Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, just read an article on the Los Angeles Times, Lance Pugmire's work, and he spoke with Oscar De La Hoya, head of Golden Boy. And Golden Boy and Oscar revealed that he's already said this, but a lot of people are interested in this fight. And he just said that Magic Johnson, famed Lakers player, made an offer for Canelo-Golovkin, and he's trying to secure that for Dodger Stadium, which I never even really considered. I don't even remember the last fight that was there, right? And this is interesting because there's a lot. LA is, both guys have done well in LA. I think Canelo hasn't fought in LA in a while, but I think when he was fighting, might have been like, I don't know who it is, maybe Alfonso Gomez, Ryan Rose. I think one of those, some around that time frame. I think he had an LA fight, but we know Golovkin does well. He fought Marco Antonio Rubio in LA at the StubHub. He sold out the Forum. I was at that fight. There was like 16,000 people there. It was him and Chocolatito, and he was fighting Dominic Wade, who a lot of people didn't even know who he was. And Golovkin did those types of numbers. So I think LA is definitely something they have to consider. And this is what De La Hoya says. I can't reveal the details, but Magic Johnson made a very nice offer. It's a nice package I have to consider. I like the fact that we were both in the 1992 Olympics, that we're LA boys, and we're both entrepreneurs, and that we're both friends. So it's very intriguing, right? And I don't know. This is great. He says, from everything I know right now, Magic and the Dodgers are front runners. It's an exciting fight. Everyone wants it. Magic said to me, this is the fight that will definitely bring boxing back. So for more, check out the Los Angeles Times, right? They have the article, and this is great. This is great for boxing, and I told you guys before, this is not rocket science. You make the fights the fans have been asking for, have been wanting. Two guys with an interesting backstory, two guys with a stylistic ability that will mesh. Then it's no secret that different venues want it, and it'll do good. Just like Joshua Klitschko, 90,000 people in the UK is because Joshua wasn't fighting Eric Molina. They could never put Joshua, Eric Molina, Joshua, Charles Martin, Dominic Brazil, and fill up 90,000 seats. I don't believe so. I mean, I really like Joshua, but that would be a stretch just because of, it's always more intriguing when you have like two equivalent type as much as possible, like Floyd and Canelo. Canelo was back then, was a big star back then at 23. So you put Floyd in there with De La Hoya, who was the cash cow before Floyd, right? You put Floyd in there with Pacquiao. You put him in there with Canelo, guys who have their own star power as well, do good numbers as well. Then it's no mystery that those are his top grossing fights. Same thing with Canelo. You put him in there with Floyd, you put him in there with Cotto, you put him in there with Chavez Jr., guys who have names all on their own, right? For whatever reason, like you say Chavez Jr. has a name because his dad, but he still has a name, right? People know about him. They'll do the best pay-per-view numbers. So this is interesting to see where this lands. I really believe that a lot of people want the fight, but I think Oscar and Golden Boy, I think they've narrowed it down to kind of who they and where they want it to be. I think Las Vegas or Texas are probably the strongest candidates for me. T-Mobile Arena seems like a dead ringer for me. Texas, you can't count it out. I know Jerry Jones probably would put up stacks to get that fight, but wherever it happens, I think it'll draw a good crowd. And De La Hoya also said taxes are a huge issue, but I'm sure there's something to be done to get a break. He said, so Nevada and Texas will require the fighters to pay an income tax. So I don't know all the logistics about that, but again, you guys can check out the full article on the Los Angeles Times. But I'm happy that a lot of people are interested in the fight, not just venues and vendors and endorsers and stuff, but also fans, because that's what makes this thing go around. And like I said, I've always been true to this. I give my opinions on boxing, But at the end of the day, if it's good for the sport and it grows the sport, then I'm usually for it. I think it's a good idea. And like I said, this fight is big business. This Chavez Jr. fight, we thought it was going to be epic. It really wasn't. I don't see how this can, I don't see how this can miss the mark for real with the Golovkin fight. So let me know where you guys think this fight should land. I think the Dodgers Stadium, that would be solid. I don't know exactly the capacity off the top of my head, but LA is, Canelo would clearly be big in LA. I mean, look at smaller fights like Abner Mares versus Leo Santa Cruz, two Hispanic Mexican American fighters with LA roots and a good pulse in LA, and they had a pretty good crowd. So this would be quite bigger. And I like the fact, if it does happen in LA, it's California, I'm in California, but aside from that, these two fighters have homes in or around LA. You know what I mean? Canelo has a home in San Diego, and Golovkin is, I don't know exactly where he lives, but I know he lives somewhere near Big Bear, which is in the vicinity. So he's in Southern California, right? He uprooted and has residency, so both of them should have a good presence. I mean, that's what I've seen in the past. Let me know where this fight should end up. Link in the description. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.